All right, hi everybody. It's Bonkai 922. Um, Here to bring you Fairy Tale, chapter 319 review, White Knight. Now, after this video, I'm probably going to get a Hangout notification from Mr. Irvin of Otaku Battle Doom. So I'll go and join that, and then I'll upload this, more or less, this review. Now, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Last week's was kind of disappointing with Godjill and the Iron Shadow Dragon thing. But this week's was actually pretty damn good. At least the second half of it. And basically this chapter can be divided into 3 parts. Godjill's fight with Rogue, the conclusion. And the thing I got a little pissed off at with this chapter is these fucking executioners show up again. And I'm like, why are you even there? They just kicked your ass before. Just didn't understand that. So then that was that part. So there was the Godjill fight with Rogue, conclusion. Second part of this chapter was Natsu and the gang, Natsu, Future Lucy, Wendy, going up against the soldiers. And apparently the reappearance, like, what the fuck are you doing there? Of the Executioner Squad. And a third part. The third part made the chapter. I'm not going to say it saved the chapter, but I am going to say it made the chapter. And the third part was Arcadios. Now, sorry, Justin, McWhirlpooling, I'm sorry. He's not fighting Mira Jane. Sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble there. Sorry to burst your bubble. But that's not what's happening here. Instead, he looks badass. Like, Arcadios, motherfucker is ready to go to battle. It's like, he's got armor on. He's got the lily armor on. They're calling it the white lily armor on. The lily armor. Unbelievable. I feel the guards are talking and they're saying that's only used for battle. He looked OP as fuck. And what he said is he asked the guards where the princess is. And I tell him, and he's like, where is she? He's pissed. He's ready to go. And basically, in the end, he says, this isn't that is not the face of a con artist. A person crying like that. The one who is lying here is the princess. And then it has, in the bottom of it, it said, next chapter, Fierce Lightning. So that's going to be 320. But that's pretty much what went down in the end. So he believes, to be honest with you, Arcadios stole this chapter. This is all about Arcadios. I don't care what anyone says. This was about Arcadios in this chapter. And apparently he believes Future Lucy's telling the truth and the princess is a lying bitch. But another thing in this review I want to do is just briefly state what exactly happened in the fight between Rogue and Godjill. So let's get into that. So, beginning part, we got Godjill and Rogue saying a fusion of both types, and they're seeing that, he really ate the shadows, and so on and so forth. And Levy is saying Godjill, he's an Iron Shadow Dragon, and he was able to vanish right in front of Rogue's face and go right behind him because he's got the shadows. He can appear and disappear very quickly. And he hits him here, there, and then there's another instance where they're actually going up the walls. The shadows, both their shadows, and they're going up the walls, and he grabs Rogue and extracts him from the shadows and throws him against the wall, and it breaks, bouncing off the walls and everything. And then at one point, Rogue's saying, "Oh, this Arcadios foreign to me," and he says, "You're an eyesore. Iron Shadow Dragons roar." Huge fucking blast right at Rogue. It was like, oh my god, fucking shit. And it was a huge blast. I think Joten had it best when he said it was a beam. This was definitely a beam. And then he just blasts the holy hells out of him, and that's it. He's defeated Rogue. Now, he gets the point, Arcadios. They have 51 points now, 4 away from Sabretooth. And then he hears someone say, so this is the extent of Rogue's abilities. And Arcadios thinking to himself, it ran off. So there was a shadow that was possessing Rogue. Now this shadow, and here's the thing about it. This is a mystery unto itself, because we don't know what that is. Because I don't think he was using, that shadow was possessing him when he was fighting Arcadios and Natsu in the tag team battle, Rogue. So, unfortunately, there was a bad part of this fight. And it's the part I'm about to tell you guys about. Oh, Frosh. Oh, Frosh. Hey, Frosh, why don't you go in the street over there? Okay. Car runs you over. Now, Frosh is here and he says, I will make you. That Paris. Go, cat. Go eat a mouse. You dumb motherfucker. And Arcadios realizes that he doesn't remember any of it. And that's where it ends there. And Mavis says that it's something, this shadow was something that even she didn't know about. Yeah, so it was something that was totally under the radar, a new kind of thing that was possessing Rogue, and she had no idea what it was. So that's the whole gist of that fight. And the rest, like I said, was Natsu and the gang defeating these guys, and then those motherfuckers, executioners, came in, and the guy who Natsu was fighting shows up, and he says to him, I do not begrudge your motives and reason. So please do not begrudge ours. We will not allow fugitives set outside these castle walls. And Natsu says, oh, you're a pain in the ass, and so on and so forth. And that's when we get the epic scene. This scene, I don't know, but Arcadios, man, he's man. Yeah, I said it, my nigga. Yeah, even though I'm white, I'll say it anyway. Because this guy is so fucking intense. Listen, I highly doubt he's evil. I said it, I don't think Arcadios is evil. Really don't. And he's downing this armor and comes out, and I was like, oh shit! And the guards are there, and he says, Chief Arcadios, what are you doing here? You should be exiled from the kingdom. And he says, Princess, where is she? And then they say, well, the thing is, where is she? He gives a stare down to these guards like, motherfucker, do you know who you're fucking talking to? I'm motherfucking Arcadios. Now back to fuck off. That's what it looked like to me. And to me, this part was awesome. And he says, where it's at the top floor. And he had on, it was called the White Lily Armor. And the guys were saying it was only done, you only doing that for battle. And he says, I must confirm something. And he says, word for word, a con artist would not shed such potent tears. The person deceiving us must be the princess. And that's when it's the final page. It says, to be continued in chapter 320, Fierce Lightning. Now, Arcadios, man. I fucking love this guy. 4 out of 5. No questions asked. This was an awesome... That part was awesome. That made the chapter. There was no question in my mind. That made the chapter. Seeing Arcadios just come out like that and just... With her. It's the princess. It's time to lie down the law. I'm Arcadios. I got white lily armor on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm going crazy with this, but I thought it was an OP as fuck moment. Now, you know, you had the moment with Natsu in the game, fighting these idiots for the second time. That was stupid. And don't get me wrong, the moment the Godjiel and Rogue fight conclusion was okay. It was pretty good. Especially when Godjiel was zipping through in and out of the shadows. That was pretty awesome. But Arcadios stole the show. He stole the chapter. I think that's going to be the title of this review. White Knight, Arcadios stole this chapter. No questions asked. He stole it. He stole it. He stole the chapter. He made it crazy. Just laying down the law, saying, where the hell is the princess? I need to know right now what the fuck's going on. Like, this bitch is deceiving us. And it was awesome, man. It was like, yeah. Yeah, Arcadios going in. Who knows, you know, Arcadios, man, he could really, at some extent, I see big things for him. I see big things for this guy. I really do. I really do. I think he, some people were saying he's still evil. Few reviewers saying that he's evil. I don't think he's evil. I really don't. But we have to wait and see. But next week's going to be special because from that title, Loxus. Now that Godjiel's won, now Loxus is going to have to fight Orga, Andra. There's nothing more I could say than OP as fuck. So, this is good. I like where things are going. This chapter was good at the end. Second half was good. I'm giving it 4 based upon the ending, based upon Arcadios, based upon a little bit of the beginning with the Godjiel and Rogue fight. So, pretty good. And as far as that shadow is concerned, I have no idea what that is. It might be Zeref, but that's a very long guess. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah. This has been Bonkai922. I'll see you guys later. Arcadios, man! Fucking Arcadios! For the motherfucking win! This guy came in with armor on, like, that's right. Shit getting serious in here. I like that. I love that part. He was just standing there with armor. Ah, I loved it. I was like, whoa. The White Knight. So yeah. This has been Bonkai922. See you guys later. Arcadios, man. He's fucking awesome. See ya.